So, Cappy and I have some good news and some not so good news. The first thing is, I don't know if I have mentioned it, but I had a little trouble. I had run out of gas, and it was on the highway, so this was maybe last year and a half ago, and Cappy came to help me out, and he brought some gasoline in some in some gasoline holder things, and he poured some gas. Accidentally, he got some gas in the back of the car that he was bringing the gas in before he could get the gasoline to me. So I suggested, why don't we use some of that hay that we had delivered over back in Halloween time to soak up the gasoline in the car, because it didn't smell so good. So he put the hay in, and you could still smell it in the car. And I was driving the car maybe about a little while after that, like a week, and I got a flat tire, kind of not all the way over on the side of the road, and the police stopped me. It's kind of late at night. I was coming from somewhere where, a cocktail bar, and Cappy wasn't there. I'm sorry I didn't bring you with. You didn't seem like you were into it. But anyway, the police stopped to see if I needed help. They smelled the gasoline. I explained the situation, and they just thought it was weird or something. I don't know why. I'm sure, it's happened to plenty of people. And one thing leads to another. They gave me a breath test, which I did not completely pass. And the ABC thing was backwards, so that was very difficult. But the breath test itself, I did not pass so well, and I ended up having to take some time off of driving. Cappy had to, shuttle me around to my DUI classes, and it's not easy for him because he's got, some disabilities, which makes it hard for him to drive. And I was anxious to get back to legal driving again, and I'm sorry you had to go through that, but anyway, I finished my DUI classes, and I just finished that afternoon, and now we're talking about I guess a week and a half, 0.5 ago, and Cappy and I went out to our favorite club, whatever you want to call it, where we have some cocktails, and I would have to say Cappy had a little bit too much to drink, because when he got in the car, he actually fell asleep rather quickly, and so I had to push him over to drive home, and because he was not fit to drive. I hate to tell you, when you woke up, you were like, oh, let me drive, and I'm like, no, you just basically passed out. So I'm driving, and it's very dark out because it was nighttime, and there was a vehicle in front of me, and I didn't realize at the time, but it had a utility cart that it was towing, which was painted black. It had lights on the back of it, but the utility cart itself was painted black, so nobody could have seen it. And when the car stopped at a red light, I did not see that utility cart. I tapped it a little bit. I maybe broke the light on it. But I got pulled over by the police for doing that. And I think the other guy should have been the one that was in trouble. But anyway, I was pulled over. I was given a breath test again. And I was like, but I'm out celebrating finishing my DUI classes. I think I should get some credit for having finished the DUI classes. And the cop was like, please breathe into this, blah, 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 blah. And apparently I didn't do as well on that breath test as I would have liked to. So now I have to go back to court, and I don't know what they're going to do. Do I get to take another DUI test? Another DUI class? I shouldn't have to because I graduated that class. So hopefully it'll be, a lesser punishment because I'm a DUI class graduate and have, that experience and knowledge. And I guess we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I can't drive again. Cappy has to drive for me, and it's a hardship for him, and it's just not fair. And I think that whole story goes to tell you what's wrong with our system. And that's what's going on right now in our life.